Hello all, welcome to my next video of functions. So in this video we'll learn a real life example on how to calculate tax using functions. So let me show you the requirement. So write a PLSQL stored function for passing employee number as a parameter and calculate tax based on the following condition using EMP table. So we have EMP table. So user will enter the employee number as a parameter in parameter and we'll be doing some expression or mathematical calculations and we'll get the tax based on his salary. So what are the conditions? So if the annual salary is more than 10,000, then tax should be 10%. If annual salary is more than 15,000, then tax should be 20%. And last, if annual salary is more than 20,000, then tax should be 30%. So this is our case. So you can apply this in your real life. You can relate this with your real life. So how the tax calculation can be done. So let us try to create a function. So I am creating a function, create or replace function of name f1. So the parameter is p underscore employee number. So user will enter the p underscore employee number as a number. So this is of data type number. Return again after calculation of all the taxes, we are going to return a number. So the return is number. Return data type is number. So is next. So we have declared three variables. Why three variables? First variable is for tax calculation. So tax which is of number data type and size is 10. Also v underscore sal. Why v underscore sal? So in this variable we will be storing the existing basic salary of the employee of number data type and size is 10. Also annual salary because this salary might be in days or it might be for the month. So we'll convert this into the annual salary and which is of number data type of size 10. So this is these are the variables. Now begin. So in begin section I have fetched first statement I have done, or first thing or first step is to calculate the salary existing salary of the employee number from EMP1 where EMP number is equal to P underscore employee number. So parameter which is passed by the user, the value which is passed by the user, it has been written in the where clause. So select sal from EMP1 or into V underscore sal. So the second argument, second variable which has been declared, in that variable I am storing this sal value. Next, annual salary. Now annual salary is V underscore sal into 12 because the salary which is fetched is monthly salary. So I should multiply this by 12. So we'll get the annual salary. Again, it is stored into the variable that is annual underscore sal, which is of number data type. So here the annual salary calculation is done. Next, if. So I am applying the if condition. If this annual sal, the calculated sal is greater than 10,000 and annual sal is less or equal to 15,000. So as per condition number 1, if sal is greater than 10,000, so which is less than or equal to 15,000, then tax is equal to, so tax. So we have declared again tax variable as a number which is of size 10. So which is equal to annual sal, this calculated sal into, so the annual sal into it should be 10%. So the tax is 10% on the annual sal for the salary greater than 10,000. So this is the condition. So if salary is greater than 10,000 and annual salary less than or equal to 15,000, then tax is equal to annual salary into 0.1, means it will calculate the annual tax. Next, else if the annual salary is greater than 15,000. Now we had covered 10 to 15,000 range. Our next range is 15,000, greater than 15,000 and less than 20,000. So this is second case, right? So which is of 20%. So tax will be 20% on annual salary. So and annual sal less than 20,000, then tax is equal to annual sal into 0.20, means it will calculate tax based on annual sal which is 20% of the annual sal. Next, else if annual sal is greater than 20,000. So if salary is greater than 20,000, it might be anything. Then tax should be 30%. So else if annual sal greater than 20,000, then tax is equal to annual sal into 0.30. So it will be 30% tax. So else tax is 0 means if at all salary is less than 10,000, that might be 5,000, 8,000 annually, then there should not be any tax. And if so, I'm closing the condition, I'm closing the end, I'm ending the if condition, and return, lastly we have to return the tax, whatever the calculated tax is there, that should be written. So what is our ultimate aim? So we are returning the number data type. So what we are calculating, so we should calculate the tax based on these conditions. So we have return tax and last end. So if I compile this block of code, that is function, you will see that function f1 compiled. Now let's try to fetch the data from existing table, that is emp1 table. Now we'll calculate the tax. Now let's suppose we will be working on this employee. Suppose we have 7698 number. So I want to calculate the tax of this employee whose name is Blake and his salary is 2850. So this salary is monthly salary. 2850 is monthly salary. Now what this function will do, it will convert this salary into annual salary by multiplying into 12, and based on that, based on if conditions, it will go through this process and it will calculate the tax, that is annual salary, annual tax. So if I run this code, if I call the function that is select F1 and I'm passing the employee number, so 7698 it is the my employee number from dual. So if I run, we will see the final output as tax. So he will, at the end of the year he will be paying 10,260 tax. So let's take another example, another employee. Let me show you the data of all the employees. So let's work on 7900. So let me write here 7900 employee number. So whose salary is 800. So it will be multiplied by 12. It will be converted into the annual salary and it will be calculated. The tax will be calculated. So if I run this query, we'll see zero tax because this salary is less than 10,000. Annual salary is less than 10,000. So that's why he don't need to pay any tax. So this was a real life example of calculation of tax using function. So I hope this part is pretty much clear. So you can add this mini project type in your GitHub repository. So it will be beneficial. So that's all for this video. So all this source code of this video will be available in the description box. You can take the source code from the description box. So thank you all. So if you found this information pretty good, so please do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. So thank you all and have a wonderful day ahead.